Today's video is brought to us in part by Hitchcock's Motorcycles. I'd like to give a very special thanks to Hitchcock's for sponsoring this video with this product here. Let's go ahead and look inside the package, shall we? Alright. Let's open things up here. This is the clear Tappet cover. Let's go ahead and take the place of the Tappet cover that comes on your Royal Enfield. It is for all models. The Bullet, Continental GT, Classic, whatever you have. It has the gasket to go around the surface of the outside to seal it, and it has a little O-ring here to seal everything up on the inside. This is going to be very interesting. You'll be able to see inside the engine, watch your push rods moving, watch the oil lubricating, and that is going to be very exciting. Alright, let's go ahead and take this out, throw it on Fieldy, and take a look. Okay, here we are. The only supplies you're going to need for this is, of course, the kit from Hitchcock's. Okay, a number 3 hex key or Allen wrench, a rag for cleaning, and some kind of solvent. Generally, I use some sort of carburetor cleaner, or brake clean works just fine as well. Alright, first things first, we're going to go ahead, we're going to have our motorcycle on the side stand. I'm going to go ahead and loosen up these here. Shouldn't be very tight. Go. Very easy. Now we're going to remove all 4 of these little bolts here, and we're going to go from there. Alright, once you have your bolts removed, it's still going to be in place. This plate should be, because it has RTV sealant, something like an ultra gray on the back. So we're just going to have to tap that just a little bit. Grab a small plastic screwdriver or whatever you have lying about. Hold on to it. Just tap it a little bit. And it should peel right off. You may have to pry a little. And there it is. You have to break that seal from the silicone. Okay, there you can see the sealant. And the bad thing about using sealant on these, as you can see, it wasn't really sealed 100% there in that corner. And if you put a little too much, it can get inside the engine, and that can wreak havoc later on down the road. Okay, the good thing about this kit is it comes with a gasket, a proper gasket. Alright, the next step, you've got some excess RTV here that needs to be cleaned off, and that's where the rag and the carburetor cleaner comes into play. As you can see, it just scratches right off there. Let's get a little closer look. Okay, as you can see, we've got some oil here at the bottom, and you can see I've already scratched some off. If you scratch here in these areas, the RTV just comes right off. The carburetor cleaner and a rag just helps it along the way. Gets rid of all the oils that could be on there, or that are on there rather, and it makes a nice mating surface for the new gasket. Alright, let's get everything cleaned up. Before we get too far into the video, guys, I'd like to give a very special shout out to Shiner Stash Jerky. It is based right here in Conover, North Carolina. They're veteran owned. It is an excellent product. They are absolutely delicious. Some of the best jerky you will ever taste. Let's go ahead and open up this package and take a look inside here. Alright, let's see what we have. Sweet and spicy beef jerky. Excellent. Red Eye Moonshine Country Ham Jerky. The Country Ham Jerky is one of my personal favorites. The Cajun Spice, that's not too spicy. It's got a little bit of a kick to it. the Sweet Carolina Reaper. Now that is spicy, extremely. Alright, sweet mesquite barbecue. That is delicious there, good stuff. The Drop Zone. This is a special edition jerky here. Excellent stuff, excellent stuff. Ranch flavor, absolutely delicious. If you love ranch, you are absolutely going to love this jerky. And of course, the sweet and spicy country ham jerky. Now, as I said, this is a veteran-owned company. Now, you would be supporting a very great company with an excellent product. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Go over and check these guys out and get yourself something good. As you can see, we've got our area all cleaned up here. There's no more of the RTV sealant left. One more thing I did want to add when cleaning this, you never want to use anything abrasive like steel wool or sandpaper, because you want this mating surface to be just as flat as possible. You don't want to put any scratches because that could cause or lead to a leak. Alright, for demonstration purposes, I have gone ahead and separated our packages. In the first little portion here, we have the cover. Okay, and our little gasket O-ring type is going to go right in this little valley channel on the inside there, and that's going to seal the plexiglass or the polymer from the outside. Alright, in our next package, we have our O-ring gasket as well as the new fastening screws. That's going to seal everything up for us. Okay, and in our last little section, we have the gasket itself. That's going to go right up against the engine itself, and we have our clear polymer. Our first step is going to be to go ahead and put the gasket on the inside here, go along these channels, and we're going to put it all the way through here. Let's go ahead and do that now. We have our gasket installed here. It is in the channels. It took a little bit of trickery to get it in there, but it's not too bad. You just have to follow along and kind of force it around these little curves. Just push it down, and you got to work it along kind of slowly. It took maybe a minute to get it in there. Alright, let's move on to the next step. Is going to be the partial assembly. So for this step, we're going to need to peel away the coating on the outside that keeps the polymer from getting scratched. So we've got that off. There's one. There's one on the other side as well. There we go. And two. There we go, crystal clear. Alright. The next step, we're going to make sure there's no dust. We're going to wipe it down, and we're just going to fit it inside of the outer housing. Okay, it fits nice and snug, so we are together here. There we go. You want to make sure there's no fingerprints on the inside area here. That's going to be sealed up. Our next step is to put the gasket in place here and to bolt it all together. Now for this step, we're just lining our gasket up here on the back. Okay, and we're putting one screw in here. And we're going to take our number 3 hex key. We're going to line it up, and we're going to get this bolt started. And we just want to turn it a few times. We don't want to snug it up or anything. Then we grab another one of our bolts here, put it in place, and we're just going to try to turn it a few times. And there we are. We are mocked in place here. Now we're going to put our last two on the inside. Here we're going to take a look. Once you have them all snugged down just a little bit, and you want to snug kind of in a diagonal pattern like this, once they are snug, you just want to turn them maybe a quarter of a turn more. That's it. You want to do that in a diagonal pattern so that it tightens down evenly. There you go. Just about a quarter of a turn more. You don't want to torque these too much. You break them off, and that leads to a bad day. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and get it in position to take a good look while it's running. Alright, now that we've got it in place, we can see our two push rods, one here, and we should be able to see them in action as soon as it starts up, and we should be able to see oil flow, etc. Alright, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Okay, there's our oil flow. There we are. With this, you are able to keep an eye on your oil pressure, your oil flow, and you can see your push rods moving. You can see the mechanics of the inside of the engine. See the oil level leaking down now. You can see everything that's going on behind there. That, to me, is just incredibly cool. To be able to watch your engine at work, that's amazing. And they also, Hitchcock's also makes a cover very similar to this for the iron barrel as well. So for our brothers and sisters in the Royal Enfield community that have the older iron barrels or the AVLs, they can get an option like this as well. And they can see the insides of their engines. That is just cool. Let's go ahead and start it up again. There we go. So this gives you a general idea of your oil pressure and what the oil is doing while the engine is running. As you can see, it's constantly in this area flowing in and out. It's flowing in and then back out to the bottom to recycle and continue its course. So those push rods stay in oil. So the hydraulic lifters always have pressure, adequate pressure. And that's just cool to me. That's just absolutely awesome. and it fills back up. That is amazing just to see that process, and just to think you never knew what was going on there before, and now you can see everything. It is no longer a mystery what's going on there while it's running. To have a general idea from reading or from engine principles, to know what's going on, but then to see it is a completely different animal. I love that. That is really cool. And for 35 pounds, I mean, I gotta say, this is one of the coolest products that I've reviewed on my channel so far. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as Fieldy and I did recording it. I mean, that was insightful to be able to see inside the engine and to see the mechanics of what's going on while it's running. To me, that's kind of like the essence of manliness. To be able to see it and to be part of it, that is really cool. And I'd like to give a very special thanks to Hitchcock's Motorcycles for providing this. And as all Royal Enfielders know, Hitchcock's is absolutely amazing. They are it. They do a lot of research with parts and development for Royal Enfield accessories, as well as putting things on the dyno, testing things, and making sure that they are 100% ready for the market. And they make high quality stuff. So I'm going to leave a link in the description below to this product itself, the clear window tappet cover. I mean, this is cool, guys. So if you like it, head on over there and check it out. Pick one up for yourselves. It'll make you closer to your bike. You'll be able to see through the tappet cover and see what's going on inside there. Draw a little extra attention at the get-togethers with your friends. I mean, come on. That's cool. Alright guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And since you're down in that immediate area, you might as well subscribe. Alright guys, don't forget, have fun, be safe. It is riding season. Go on, get out there, and find an adventure. See you in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.